Yeah, we are back with responsiveness. So this is our second video on responsiveness, and we are going to talk about how we can display different images depending on the size, okay, of the screen. Now, what do I call the size of the screen? That is basically the viewport, what you see. Like, for example, this is our window. Let's open a new window. Now, this is the viewport, okay? This is the viewport. So what do you see here? How wide is the screen? For example, if you try to, so this is a desktop, this is a desktop size. If you try to reduce it, you right click. Let me take you through the steps. You right click like this, and then click on inspect. Okay. Then it will, if you want it to become smaller, like the screen of maybe a tab, you put your cursor there and you push it inside like that. That is like, I think that's like a usual tab. Then a phone, I think a phone is here. So if you can see how Google has been changing, at first everything was in one line. Look at these icons here. So responsiveness is when they keep on, you see, when the screen is smaller, they come below. Very small, 3 lines. Okay, that's not the issue. The issue is, how can we have 3 different images display on different viewport widths? For example, if on this width, how can we have a different image display? And then, by the way, if you want to see the size of the width of the screen, look there at the top. Are you saying 959, 960? That is the width. 866. Check up here. Up here. So as I move, look here, focus here. So as I move it in, you'll see it keeps on changing and it's becoming smaller and smaller and it's up to 150 pixels. Now, what are we going to do? We want to have different images display on different sizes. So you're going to come here and we're going to create a file. We're going to call it multiple images. You can call it anything you want. .html. So don't forget, click in the middle. Shift 1, enter. That's the metadata. Never forget it. Standard. So we come in here and put a picture element. Okay. Enter into the picture element and we are going to put sources. 3 different sources. So the first source is for widescreen. You're going to use 3 different sources. So the first src source like that. Okay. We are going to give it a source set attribute. So when you're giving an attribute, enter into source, put a space, type source src set like this one. Okay. And when you click on these things, they autocomplete for you. So, and then which picture do you want to come up with first? Let me start with cutegirl.png. This picture is here. It's in my folder. So make sure you have 3 pictures in your folder. Okay. So I'm going to come here and I put cute girl. Cute. Don't misspell it. Cute girl. .png. Okay. Then I get out of the quotations. Okay. And then I put which width. At what width do I want to see cute girl? I put media. Okay. And then in the quotation marks, I put these brackets where I put at a max width. Max width. At a max width of maybe 600 px. When the screen is as wide as 600 px, at that maximum width, I want to see this picture. Okay. You're going to put another source. And the other source is for 1500. But if the screen is too huge, so I put another source. Okay. And then inside the source, I put source set. src set. These things always come. Click on them. So when the screen is at a media, put brackets inside, at a max width of 1500 px, I want to see this picture here, little child. Okay. Oh, let me change it to wake up baby. So at that max width of 1500, I want to see this picture called wake up baby.png. So I come here and I type it, wake up baby.png. Okay. So this picture will only display if the width of what you see, the viewport, is at 1500. Then what if I've not stated anything here? What should I? Yeah, so in that case, in case I have not stated any width that is falling in the specifications I want, I come here and I put another source. And then I can set the image I want. So src. Then I can set one of these images. We have little child. Yeah, I can select little child. So I come here and I put little child. So I'm assuming you have 3 images in your folder. Okay, little child .png. Okay, now this little child.png will appear if I have not specified which screen width I want. Like if I've not set any screen width, this will come. Now the last option will be the img. So the img will show up if your screen, if your browser doesn't support the picture element. Those browsers support, you can find when you have a browser which doesn't support a particular element, like an element won't display because maybe using an old browser, it's not up to date. So in that case, img, the src, let's select another picture. We shall have birds. We have birds already. I shall have birds.png. Birds.png. Yeah, okay. And you can put something in the alt. What if it's not there? Maybe a picture of a bird. So this one will show up if your browser in particular doesn't support this picture element. Okay, so we are going to save it and then try it out. Okay, we're going to open it with live server, and now you realize that here it is showing this image on a wide screen. So remember we said that at a max width of 1500, no, of we have little child, that is if none of these widths is showing up, we shall have little child. If the screen is not at 1500 and it's not at 600, then this little child will show up. Okay, so we come here and you're seeing little child showing up. And now we said that at a screen width, so if you see little child, this is little child. Yeah, this is little child. And when you come back here, yeah, at a screen width of 1500, we shall see wakeupbaby.png. So wake up baby is this picture here. Okay, so let's go back to our browser, and then we're going to check. I want you to look up here in the corner. You'll be able to see the screen width. Okay, so at a width of max width of 1000, so now it's at 1010. So before reaching, it's at 1590. So at 1500 sharp, the image will change. 1500, yeah, there. It changes because this is, we said that at 1500 it should be, then we said at 600 we should have another picture. So let's come here and we check. Okay, so according to this one, at 600 px we should have cute girl. So you open cute girl here. This is the picture you should have. So you come here and minimize it to 600 when the screen is at a max of 600. So watch here, watch this corner here. If it is at 600, so you move it. Now it's at 1900. Okay, at 600, you'll see the image changing. 600, yeah. So when it reached 600, the image changed to this one. So at different screen width, we have a different image. Okay, and if you've not specified, for example, you only specified for 600 and 1500, but you didn't specify for 1500. So we have a default picture. In case you haven't specified, you'll see this one, which has no media, which doesn't have max width. All right, so that is it with multiple images, different images displaying on a different screen width. I hope everyone has that folder, and in your folder you have those 3 images. Please do this work, give it a try. Come and check out the video. When you need to pause, feel free to pause. Yeah, enjoy the flow.